a record high. Let's check the real-time numbers as we're about to get off the trading. Dow up 30 yesterday, closing at 35,366. It'll open up by about 5 points off the opening bell today. NASDAQ, S&P, both setting records yesterday, both opening slightly higher this morning. Gold down 10, 17.98 an ounce. Oil up a drop, 10-year bond yield, 1.29%.
Kelly, thank you so much. We'll hear from Kelly again in about 30 minutes or so. We're going to roll out some fresh new audio for you now in the 6 o'clock hour. Pressure mounting from congressional Republicans who are calling for members of the Biden administration, even the president himself, to resign as the crisis in Afghanistan unfolds. Among them, Congressman Ron.
Hi friends. So today I want to discuss a very important issue that's happening right now, or for the past probably a few months now. Well, first of all, I want to say, I'm sure all of you have noticed, if you go to a grocery store, or any store really, a Walmart, any store, if you go to, I went to Target yesterday and it was very empty. The shelves were empty. There was hardly any stock on file. There was barely any supplies that I needed. And it's basic necessities like basic clothes, basic things that we may need. It's not there. It's like missing. Well, the same way in the grocery store, a lot of items are missing. It's like they're empty shelves. At first, I was thinking, well, maybe it's because a lot of people here in California are losing their jobs, and maybe employees are scrambling to fill their shelves and are trying to really hard to make sure everything is stocked up. But it's been a month and another month, so I guess if you're not very observant, you won't maybe notice anything. But it's just like when you're looking for things and it's not there, then you're like, okay, what happened to it? Why is it not being on this? Why is it not there anymore? So I was looking at some items and they were gone, and it made me look into some investigating, trying to figure out what's happening in this world, what's happening in America, and why are the shelves empty, and is this a continued problem, or will it resolve itself? There was some videos that I saw recently that were like blown my mind, and if you see those videos, I'm sure you'll be the same way. The first video was, I was looking at a rancher or a farmer in New Mexico, and he was actually like on the news. He was talking like on the news what happened to his ranch, what happened to his farm, and he was in New Mexico, and he was talking how all his cows have died from drought. And he was saying almost 1,000 cows have dropped dead the past year, and they were showing videos and pictures of it, showing how everything looked like all the cows were just laying there dead. And the farmer or the rancher, he was like, yeah, it's so sad because I can't do anything about it. It's all in the weather. So me and my husband discussed it, and we were like, oh, it's kind of weird, because first of all, if you're a farmer or if you're a rancher and you are aware of the problem, you know, like you have nothing to give your cows, there's no food, there's no grass, there's no water, would you prepare? Would you like do something about it? I mean, if you can't feed them, would you like sell them for meat? So I don't know, it just made me suspicious. Why was this guy on the news? Why was he showing how big the problem is? There's there's no way we can feed these animals because of the bad weather, and very suspicious. So that was number one video. Recently I got to see another video, and this one really made me nervous. I'll try to put a link down below as well so you can take a look at the video as well. But in this second video, I was watching different farmers. They were they had their crops. They went to their fields. They were putting crops in early this year. They were putting, everything was growing fine. Different states, not only here in California, but they were like, then they got a letter from someone, and they were offered double the payment for the crops, only if they destroyed the crops. And they had two choices. They could destroy it by plowing with like a lawnmower, just going through the whole field and just taking everything out, like making it like there's nothing growing. Or they had a choice to have a plane fly over their fields and put some kind of chemical retardant orange spray on the plants. So they all had a choice to choose from, and it was called land management. So of course a farmer had no choice, because they were also saying, if you won't do this, we will do this and that. And so they had to, most of them had to do it. And they were just saying that possibly land management is a way how they operate, how they would handle things, which is a nice fancy word for it. But so what will happen later this year, this fall? What will happen since the fields are empty now, since there's no crops coming in, since there's no cows to be sold? What will happen? I'm sure you can do the math and come to a conclusion why this will happen, especially when they were told that yes, you have a lot of oil, put your oil into the fields as well, dumped it into the earth. So they were dumping oil into their land. And imagine how bad that is for the earth, because how many years will it take for the field to recover from oil? That's a question for the experts. I have no clue. All I know is that the earth needs recovery. If to plant anything there again, it will have to go through time. So that was the second video. The third video I was watching, and they were showing fishermen. I'm not sure what country was it from, but they were showing fishermen were spraying the fish that they got, that they, I guess, caught in the ocean. They were spraying all the fish with some kind of chemical. And the person was asking them, what are you doing? People will have to eat this fish. And they were saying, that's not what we were told to do. So now, all of a sudden, they start spraying fish with some kind of chemical, which is weird. But I was just like, okay, fine. Maybe they got paid as well. So come to the conclusion and decide for yourself what is happening these days. It's early morning right now, so it's a bit darker than usual, but I guess it just brings us to the same thing that we're all gonna face this fall, this winter. Food shortages, probably will be facing lots of shortages. You'll have to look into it, see what you can stock up as much as possible now, while we still have shelves are still full of stuff. So even though a lot of things are missing, but it's not empty completely. So right now is the best way to look into things, get prepared, make sure you have your house in order, make sure everything is there for you, that when things happen this fall or winter, you will be prepared. Take care, my friends. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hi friends. So today it's pretty smoky. You can smell the smoke here in California. I guess the mountains are burning still, and a lot of evacuations are happening. At this time, they're stating only about 10% is contained, but they're hoping that this cooler weather due to smoke will bring the fire down, and hopefully it will be able to control it better. But at this time, it's very smoky here in the valley, and we have to smell the smoke. I know some people are complaining that it's so smoky that they're canceling their appointments. They're canceling their trips to the dentist and the doctor. A lot of people are allergic to smoke, that's why. But yeah, you can smell it, but if you use a filter or some kind of, then it's good, it's okay. Also, I heard today that they will be limiting the water use here in California. There's a very low water levels. So they will be making it like a mandatory that everybody has to be watching their water intake, and they'll talk about it more on the news today, so we'll see what they say. I'll keep you informed how the water situation is.